Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing my 27-week update. It's not just going to be for the week of the 27th, though I don't think I've done one of these since I know the last one was titled 20 weeks, but I think I also did like either to 22 weeks or 25 weeks. Anyway, so this is just going to be basically all of my symptoms and everything that I've been dealing with up to now, basically. So one of the reasons I haven't done an update is because after the whole preterm labor scare that I had, I actually hadn't been back to the doctor because that day I was supposed to schedule the rest of my prenatal appointments after that appointment, but I never made it to scheduling because I ended up in labor and delivery. So basically I went in and had my glucose test done and all that good stuff. I passed my glucose test, which was really kind of funny because normally they make you like fast for it, but the nurse on the phone didn't tell me to fast for it, and so I didn't, because I wasn't going to starve myself if I didn't have to. So I didn't fast and I still passed. I think my level was 122. I don't know what the limit was or is for a glucose test, but mine was 122 and I passed. So when they do the glucose testing, they also do the iron testing, and of course, not to my surprise, I am anemic, which happens to me during every pregnancy. Sometimes it happens to me when I'm not pregnant, but the other news I got at my appointment is that the baby is measuring, well, my belly, when they do the measuring of your tummy, your belly is supposed to match up with the weeks that you are, and again, no surprise, my belly is 2 weeks smaller than it should be, so that means that my uterus and the baby are measuring 2 weeks smaller than they should be, but well, technically your uterus, you don't really know if the baby's measuring small until they actually do an ultrasound and check and see if the baby's measuring small. But like I said, that's common for me. I had IUGR with Jocelyn, and Ariella was also small, always weeks behind. So it's not a surprise. What was more surprising to me was in the beginning when they were telling me that the baby was bigger than my due date, you know, because that's surprising to me because my babies are usually small, and so I'm not worried about him being 2 weeks behind at this point. So let's see. I also, because of that, because I had IUGR with Jocelyn, which if you don't know what that is, I had intrauterine growth restriction with Jocelyn, which basically means that she didn't have enough room to grow. We're not going to go into that because I feel like I go into it every time. So because of the history with Ariella being small as well, not small when she was born, but just measuring smaller during the pregnancy, I will be having a growth sorry you guys, my brain is a little foggy. I will be having a growth scan at 32 weeks for the baby, so I'm kind of excited to be able to have another chance to see him before we have him. And I also got my C-section scheduled, which she said we would schedule it 6 weeks before, but we're about 10 weeks before, and she went ahead and just scheduled it. So my C-section is scheduled for October 4th. We have to be there at like 7:30 in the morning. So he'll be born early in the morning if we make it to the C-section. Now with Ariella, I did not make it to my C-section. I had her at 38 weeks. And they schedule C-sections at 39 weeks when you're a repeat C-section here, because they don't want to take the chance that you go into labor and it has to become an emergency C-section. So when you have repeat C-sections here where I live, where doctors don't do VBACs and stuff like that, they schedule you for 39 weeks. So my due date was technically October 10th. The baby will be born on October 4th, which actually puts me at 39 weeks in 1 day if I make it there. Now, if I make it to that C-section date, that'll be the longest pregnancy I've had, because Jocelyn was born at 37 weeks and Ariella was born at 38. So we'll see if I actually make it there. I'm going to bet that I don't. And I kind of feel like the baby's going to be born in September. And I know women say like, oh, I think I'm going to be early all the time, you know, and stuff like that. So, you know, you never know, and we'll see. If not, then he'd be born October 4th. So, lots of symptoms. My back is actually hurting really bad right now sitting like this. I want to like lean up against the pillows. So sorry if I look weird in this video. I just need to be comfortable. Anyway, so basically I am feeling like the baby has grown a lot. And I'll show you my belly when I'm done talking. He's a lot bigger. He's feeling like, not that he's higher up, but because he's bigger, he's taking up more room, because he really does like to sit really low. So he likes to sit really low in my uterus, which is actually really strange, because both girls, they didn't sit like that low. They would be, especially Ariella, she was up in my ribs all the time. But he seems to stay pretty low, but he likes to stretch out a lot, and he'll stick his arms in my rib over here, because I believe he's still sitting. His head is like right here and his feet are on this side, because I constantly feel kicks over here, or what I assume are kicks. So I think he's kind of still sitting like that. Which doesn't bother me, because again, I'm having a C-section, so if he doesn't flip, I'm not going to worry about it. And that's a possibility, because Jocelyn was breech as well. Let's see, so my back hurts a lot. I have, it's starting to get to the point where I'm just really uncomfortable a lot more. And I have to like wear comfy clothes. Like I'm past the point of caring like what I look like to other people in public. Like if I go out and wear leggings, like girls not wearing thong, so you're gonna see underwear lines. You may have noticed that in videos recently, that I'm past the point of thongs right now, especially because like I gained weight in my butt and my thighs during pregnancy, so my underwear are a lot tighter. And I'm not going to go out and buy new thongs to wear during pregnancy, because I just don't care that much. So there's that fun little tidbit. Let's see what else. I'm trying to make this not super long. Yeah, so I'm getting winded a lot easier. It just feels like he's up in my ribs, so it's harder to breathe. I feel like I have to take a lot more deep breaths, which again is harder to do. And I have more days now that I'm tired and not really wanting to do anything than I was having previously. So I kind of get these just random nesting urges. It's nothing like, you know, nesting for days right now. I'm sure that'll come later on again. But as for right now, like my nesting like completely went away. I just started getting really, really tired. And now I get like random little urges of like, okay, I'm gonna start this project. Like I just started, if you follow me on Instagram, which if you don't, I'll leave that right here. But if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen a little sneak peek of my kitchen. I'm actually doing some stenciling in the kitchen wall where we're missing the cabinets. And I'm loving it so far, but it takes so much time to do one stencil, you guys, and it's like a lot on my body. So it's like I do one stencil a day right now, and it's going to take me a long time to finish that out, one stencil a day. But basically I do have these random nesting urges, and but they just come and go. I have a lot of days, like I said, where I would rather just lay in bed. So I feel like I'm not craving too many, like I don't have any like specific cravings, like one thing I'm craving all the time right now. So I basically just have like mostly random cravings, like ice cream and fruit and salad, let's see, the main thing I do eat every day though is for breakfast I eat waffles with tons of butter and syrup. Not tons of syrup, but tons of butter. And yeah, that's like my main thing right now that I guess would be my main craving is waffles in the morning, smothered, slathered in butter, and then with some syrup. But yeah, basically I don't really have like too many cravings right now. I mean, I do, like I said, I do crave random things. Mostly lately it's been like ice cream. I want an ice cream here and there. But yeah, so let's see what else. I'm having some like a lot of, I don't know how to explain it because I've never experienced this with my other kids. Sorry, there's like crumbs on my bed. So I've never experienced this with the girls, but I have this weird feeling down below, and it's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like, it's not like pressure, it's not like pain that just stays there. I don't believe it's what some women refer to as lightning crotch, I think is what it's called. I don't even know what that is because I don't think I've ever experienced that. But it's like the groin muscles, I guess, like my groin muscles are like always sore. And so like when I move my legs, like when you're pregnant, you don't bend over to pick things up like you usually, like if you open, like if I open a drawer, I'll bend over to open it and then I'll close it with my leg, but that takes too much of the muscle and that's when it starts hurting, but it's like really close in there. So I feel like it's like the muscles are just really tender right now, probably because, you know, the muscles in your hips and groin and down there start to, you know, everything starts to loosen up when you're getting closer to birth, obviously, because like things don't need to be tense down there. So I feel like that's probably what's going on, is that like my muscles are starting to relax, because it's called the hormone relaxin, and my muscles are starting to relax, and if I use my leg muscles, it just kind of hurts. So I don't go to the gym right now because there's not many things that I can do because of that pain that I experience. So yeah, I'm not going to the gym right now, which is really cool because, you know, that's what I want, is to not go to the gym and gain more weight. But actually my weight is at a really good place. I am only at like I think when I weighed myself, I was at 130. Not when I weighed myself, but when I went to the doctor, 130. So I've gained 20 pounds so far, and I'm 28 weeks. So that's not bad at all. Let's see. Yeah. So when you say it like that, that sounds like a lot. Like 20 pounds is a lot, but it's not. It's not, trust me. So you're supposed to, depending on how much you weigh, you can gain anywhere. Well, I don't know, like if you're already overweight, I don't know how much you're supposed to gain. But when you're within normal weight or underweight, you're in a range of gaining from 25 to 35 pounds. Or is it 20 to 30? Anyway, point is it's like 25 to 35 pounds during pregnancy. So I'm honestly not worried about it. Like I said, I'm not stressing on that or focusing on that during this pregnancy, because I know that once I start breastfeeding and once I have the baby, the weight's gonna go. I mean, it doesn't, like I don't snap back like instantly, but I'm not worried about it. I know eventually it's all gonna go away. So I'm not gonna stress about it. That's not my main concern here during this pregnancy, which is why I don't talk about it much, because honestly, I don't even weigh myself. I have a scale that's like in a closet somewhere. I don't weigh myself because I don't know, it doesn't do me any good, because then I stress like, oh my god, am I getting too much weight? Oh, and then I start stressing like about what I eat. And like during pregnancy, if I'm hungry, I'm gonna eat. Like I'm not gonna overeat, and I'm not gonna eat all kinds of crap. But yeah, basically if I'm hungry, I'm gonna eat. Anyway, I am rambling, and this video is gonna be super long if I don't stop talking, and I think that's basically all I had to share with you guys. I don't have any pictures of him this time, but I am at the point in my pregnancy where I am going to the doctor every 2 weeks now instead of every, once a month. So I am at the point of, sorry, I hear music outside, but I'm at the point where I have appointments every 2 weeks now, and then at 32 weeks, I believe, it goes down to once a week. Am I wrong? No, I believe at 32 weeks or 33 weeks, it's once a week. And then I will have we also scheduled my pre-op appointment. I guess you have to have a pre-op appointment 2 weeks before the C-section. So I don't really remember if I did that with Ariella. I mean, I must have, if that's something that they do. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling now, and I'm gonna show you my belly. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you're new, subscribe. I would love to have you guys here. Let me know some of your pregnancy symptoms down below. And if you know the pain that I'm talking about in the groin area. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.